गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णू गुरुर्देवो महेश्वर गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सवीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Hari Om. Let there be peace, let there be peace and love amongst all the human beings of the universe. Let there be peace. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We have started the revision on the contemplation of essence of Yogaavasishtha, reached till 18th chapter. Today starting the 19th chapter, which is a very important chapter, that is quenching or the calming of the mind. Chitta Prashamanam. Chitta Prashamanam, what it has to say that we are going to see now. So the topic is very important, so we have to put attention on this, and in one stage we have to try to understand how the chitta prashamanam is possible. So with this, we'll start with first shloka. Sri Ramuvacha Brahmanam Sansmriti Mimro Dvikalataya Vitata Krute Kim Bijam Tasya Kim Bijam Tasya Piki Bhavet. What Ram is asking to the Vasishtha Rishi is Revat sage, what is the seed or the prime cause of the grapevine of the creeper of worldly existence which has spread out its form or body? ये जो जगत का जो एग्जिस्टेंस दिख रहा है इसका क्या रीजन है? व्हाट इज द कॉज ऑफ दैट सीड? और वो सीड जो इसका क्या कॉज है? व्हाट इज द ओरिजिन इवन इज ऑफ दैट कॉज? सो इट इज व्हाट इज बीन आस्क्ड बाय रामा इज सीड ऑफ द सीड ऑफ द सीड। सो पहले तो क्या कॉज है जगत का, जो जगत का कॉज है उसका क्या कॉज है, और वो जो उसका कॉज है उसका क्या कॉज है। तो थ्री थिंग्स ही हैज आस्क्ड, किम बीजम तस्य किम बीजम बीजम तस्यापि किम भवेत्। So he is asking beej of bees of bees. So now he is giving the answer. Vasishtha Vacha. Sanskriti vartate beejam shariram vidhi ragava beejamasya sharirasya chittam ashavashanugam. Raghava, know the body as the cause of the creeper of worldly existence. The origin of this body is the mind. तो पहले बॉडी, तो उसका ओरिजिन क्या है? माइंड, फॉलोइंग द इन्फ्लुएंस ऑफ द सबमिसिव डिजायर्स। सो जो जगत की जो डिजायर्स है वो सब परेशानी करने वाली है। द्वे बीजे चित्तवृक्षस्य वृत्तिव्रतादिधारिणा एकं प्राणपरिस्पन्दो द्वितीयं दृढभावना। There are two origins for the tree of the mind, bearing the creeper of thought. One is the moment of prana, vital air or bioenergy. Second is the firm imagination, dhrudha. So what is that? First is bioenergy, prana. So what he feels is he pranas parispando. Because of this outwardly behavior, he keeps on seeing outwardly, and because his imagination about the world, which has become so rooted by life after life, so then he never even feel that he is suffering in that. Yada praspadante prana nadi sansparshanodhyata tada samvedanam mayam chittam ashu prajayate. When the vital air or bioenergy moves or vibrate, engaged in its contact with the nadi channels of the bioenergy, then the mind consisting of the feeling sensation is born quickly. So what happens is, because of this, mind is born, because this vital energy and nadi provokes it to be born. Sati sarvasamasam with pranaspandena bodhita samvedanam adaratyati tato dukkhani chetasa. Consciousness existing wholly even or unmoved, aroused by the moment of prana or vital air, proceeds towards what is fit to be pursued or known on account of the attention that is desired, and then arises the sorrows of the mind. So what is happening? All the experiences which are happening is basically in the mind. So if you mind your mind, everything has been taken care of. But that itself requires a lot of purushartha. We have to see that. Yogina chitta shantartam kurvanti pranarodhanam chityasto pratima param vasana janitashunam. Yogis practice the restraint of prana for the sake of tranquility of the mind. Here the other manner of the birth of mind, occasionally by mental impressions. So these mental impressions or vasana constitute the memory of experience in the present incarnations and impressions on the unconscious stored during previous incarnations. 7. दृढ़ भावनया त्रक्ता पूर्या पूर्वापर विचारणा यद आदानं पदार्थस्य वासना सा प्रकीर्तिता. So the seizing of the object by firm idea or imagination, abandoning the investigation of reflection on earlier and later stage is called as vasana, mental impression. So what happens is he is always engrossed in likes and dislikes, and accordingly this vasanas take him for a tour. 8. Bhavitam tivra samvegat atmanam yatte yatadeva sah bhavetyashu ch tadrupa vasana vivashikruta. Whatever is imagined resonantly by oneself, he is only that. Soon he becomes the nature of that, brought under the control of the mental impressions. So when in such a situations, Bhagavan Ramshu Paramahansa used to say that when you have to think that you are something, why not to think that you are divine? मैं मुक्त 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 बोलेगे तो आप तो मुक्त ही हो जाओगे. Likewise used to so. Whereas but this person who is seeing outwardly gets totally confused, and either he is sorrowful or he is joyful in his life. So द्वंद्वात्मक जीवन he leads. प्रशमन्ति यदेवैतत् सद्वस्थिति विमुह्यति वासना वेग वैश्यात् तत् स्वरूपं प्रजाति स. He is confused that this here, which he surely sees, is a real thing. He forsakes his natural state on account of being lost control over himself through the force of mental impressions. Mental impressions are so strong that he forgets about his real nature. What is said that whether you like it or not, whether you know it or not, whether you want it or not, you are divine. So divinity exists. It is unfragmented, undivided consciousness. But he forgets that it's only consciousness in me, consciousness outside, and everywhere there is a consciousness. But he forgets that and then suffer. 10 number. अतः वस्तुनि वस्तुतः तच्चित्तं विद्धि राघव दुरभ्यासात् पदार्थवासनात् अतिचञ्चलं चित्तं सजायते जन्म जरा मरण कारणम्. Raghava know that as the mind which pursues reality in unreality, all the unreal things in the world, he feels there is a reality. On account of mental impressions solely of objects, the mind which is of the firm habit and extremely fickle becomes the causes of birth, old age and death. So there is a continuous cycle going on. It is only because of mind. यदा न वास्यते किंचित हयोपाय पादेय रूपीयत स्थियते सकलम त्वक्त्वा तदा चित्तम न जायते. When nothing whatsoever appearing as fit to be abandoned or fit to be acquired is lodged in the mind and it remains having renounced everything, then it does not rise. So this is very important shloka. Yada na vasyate kinchit ayopadeya rupiyat sthiyate sakalam tvaktva tada chitta na jayate. So what it means that when nothing whatsoever appearing as fit to be abandoned or fit to be acquired is there in the law, launch in the mind. So always if you're thinking about bringing the mind always to your substratum, bringing from all these places or wherever you're seeing, then it is only yourself. Then only it remains renounce everything, then does not arise. Then it becomes chittam shantam. सर्वमंत परित्यज्य शीतलाशय वृत्तियत वृत्तिस्तमपि तच्चित्तम असद्रूपम उदारत. That mind is declared to be a non-existing nature, which having given up everything within, abides in a cool residing place or retreat, though existing in its course or movement. It is doing everything. So it remains in the relative world but not getting affected by relative world. It is always in the absolute. पृष्ठबीजोपम येषां वासना रसवर्जिता अचित्तामिति कथ्यते जीवन मुक्ता हि ते स्थिता. They are declared to be free from the mind, whose mental impressions or knowledge derived from the memory is destitute of the taste or liking and resembles a roasted seed in its inability to sprout. They are indeed liberated while living. So it is like a roasted seed which cannot sprout. It is very much like seed. It does everything. He leads a simple and common life, but he is not suffering because of the relative existence. Vasana vashat pranaspanda tena च वासना जायते चित्त बीजस्य तेन बीजांकुरक्रमत् एकस्मितुं तयो श्रीने क्षिप्रं द्वे api nashyata. The movement of prana or vital energy happens under the influence of mental impressions. And also mental impressions gather through the movement of prana, that is vital energy. So these are mutually dependent on each other. By that there arises a succession of seed or sprout to the mind which is a seed. When one among these two is born away, even the two are speedily destroyed. So either you have to attack this prana or you have to attack this mental impressions. Any one of these start reducing, the automatically second will be taken care of. So this was the first topic from the Chitta Prashamanam and two seeds, prime cause of the mind. So it is basically first seed which has been answered is a body, and that body has been controlled by the mind, and mind has been controlled by the uh, two things, our vasanas and prana. So if you control any one of this, either you control prana or control uh, mental impressions, the mind will automatically attend to the conscious calming out. So many times what happens is we tell a story that grapes are sour because our hands are not reaching there. So when we do not get it, we say grapes are sour. Vasishtha said, for the expansion of this relative world, duality, hey Rama, body is the seed of expansion of this world. After body identification, only samsara begins. Seed is the body. After I identify with body, I become all relations, husband, wife, father, mother, son, daughter, and likewise. And they are suffering, not this individuality is suffering. That time when I am telling you, this clicks. Then God's grace has started showering in you. Guru Krupa has come. As long as we are identified with body, waking experience plays the role very well. But don't get entangled with that role. Thought cannot be born without a reference point. Reference point is there, then only thought is born. Don't give any reference to the mind, absence of everything. So, nothing to gain, nothing to lose. In the same manner, we do not have to become divine. We don't have to gain Atma or Paramatma. We don't have to get realization. Whether we want it or not, whether we know it or not, whether you like it or not, we are divine. Hold on to this. Mind without form is consciousness. So, a question asked by a lady to Mahatma, and how to reach this consciousness. Mahatma gave a very typical answer. He says a dog was trying to bite his own tail and he went circle and circle and he fell down. We are like that. I want to realize, I want to experience. Are you not experiencing now? We are very much in that, but we are not attentive towards that. Why are we unable to accept it? Because Sansruti Vratteta Bijam. We don't want to get rid of body identification. We we are happy in that body identification syndrome. So the wrong soul sadhana is about keeping the world as real and body I am, and then you do the sadhana. So Satyam Vada, Dharmam Chara, Swadhyaya, Vasudeva Kutunga, that becomes a fanciful spirituality. But if you want to walk the spiritual path, start from here. What it is like being other than the body. What it is like being other than the body. Mind dissolves in pure consciousness. Mind dissolves in pure consciousness, naturally. So what is the seed of this body? Mind which is under influence of desires, expectations, hope, body and mind are held together by glue of desire, expectations, hopes, and worries. So when inherent potential in Paramatma becomes activated, prasapande, uh, you can't ask why because fire is what it is not only why ocean vows it ocean cannot keep quiet. In deep sleep, minimum spanda is going on. Only life is maintained. But we when we wake up, then a prana shakti for his spanda in a fraction of moment because of his nadi. Therefore, mind becomes enlivened. Then and there only I am that all this starts happening. So Chetana, manifest consciousness is common. Life principle is common throughout all being. Then being, because of the pranaspanda, it becomes the awakened. It becomes identified with the total body. And body is healthy, unhealthy, and all misery starts. When mind is closed, no objectivity runs, no problem. In deep sleep, no problem. Mind is not running extrovert. If mind is, then it will run. So Paranchakani, moment whenever this thing is there outside we are seeing. So what has to be done then? Antas chakshu. स्वयं अस्तित्व ने इंद्रियों को बहिर्मुखी करके रखा है इसलिए व्यक्ति बाहर देखता है भीतर की ओर नहीं देखता है कोई बुद्धिमान पुरुष ही अपने इंद्रियों के साथ अमरता की इच्छा करते हुए अंदर देखता है दैट इज अ बाध वृत्ति we hear but we don't hear we listen but we don't listen so all objects which enters mind creates uncomfortable conditions in the mind. That uncomfortable condition is called as desires. So there will be likes or dislikes. So what has to be dropped? No past, no future. Neither the mind dies, nor the Chetna dies, nor the Chaitanya dies. Not the existence dies, not the body dies. Nobody dies. We don't die. Because of the intense longing, you become that. That is how personalities are born. That is called as notions. In fact, we are all born human beings, but then all of these human beings, notions are created. Bhavitam tivra samvega. Only think that this is only the bhavana. So there is tivra samvega. So this samveg makes us feel that we have a body, we are very much have a mind and like that. So because of confusion, whatever has been seen objectively starts seen as a reality. So we are seeing the reality in this world and then we get caught. He feels that it is the truth. World becomes real for him. So, Vanaprastha, Sannyasta, Grihastha, Brahmacharya ashram likewise. This he is deluded in his own mental projections. All worldly possessions and achievements he feels real. All relations are true. Under such wrong notions, they are very helpless. So, real spiritual practices, we should not get obsessed or influenced by any one of them. Let everything lead their own life. Don't get involved in somebody's life beyond limit. Elderly people have nothing to do with the youngsters, so they worry. So, and it is worrying entertainment, constant complaining and crying. That which is not self is mistaken as self. This mistake understanding is called a chitta. Paramatma fallen down becomes jivan, and jivan fallen down becomes jiva. Jiva fallen down becomes the body, and body fallen down becomes upadhi, and everybody suffers. Like mother, father, uh, and likewise. Simply listening is of no use. We have to translate this knowledge into day-to-day activities. Then how to live? Live as a husband only in front of wife. Otherwise, live as a human being. What is different? Living as a human being is means living happily. When living as a husband, live miserably, play a role. Don't get too much attached and involved in this world. Live in this world, but do not have obsession to get something or give up something. When you look into the mirror, we do not have an obsession to get reflection from mirror or to get rid of reflection from mirror. You will be only you will not even 1% struggle in your meditation if you understand this. So likes plus desire, likes dislikes are desire. Consciousness plus desire is equal to mind. At zero desire level, mind is dissolved in consciousness. What what Vashishtushi is doing, not allowing mind to be born, not treating mind as a psychiatrist. Na kaho ki dosti, na kaho ko vaid. So it is very simple. When mind is not born, all problems are dissolved. So give yourself zero choice. Like life becomes easy and simple. All the inner things is mind likes and dislikes. Impressions are given for good. It is at peak when it said. Therefore, we have to remind ourselves only the peace is not enough. Peace is also a vritti thought. Mind is dissolved in Chetna. We have to go beyond peace and silence. It is unmanifested mind. His mind is not disturbed by a complementary opposite. His mind is untouched by the dvandvas. Honor, dishonor does not disturb him. So Jivan Mukta Purush is although functioning through the mind, but they are not influenced by the limitations of the mind. Suitable limitations of mind is like the likes and dislikes. Mind is slowly dissolved. So Vasana Pratispanda controls one of them. Through the education of mind, though the education of mind is controlled through the suspension of activity, Pranaspanda is controlled. So mantra is what? See, hear, don't talk. Wherever you are, whatever you are, whenever you are, be 100%. It is the objects of perception causes desire and activity. So real spiritual practices do not give too much importance to the activities, objectivities. See, my dear friends, understand this basic of life. Objectivity leads to the reaction of mind. When we go to the departmental store, I want this, I want that, things comes to home with problems. Objectivity leads to the reaction of mind, and reaction of mind is projection. Projection of mind is imagination, and vasana and parisprandas are born due to the seed of objectivities. So, what has to be done? Don't take this world seriously. Here, it appears under n number of conditions. Picture is meant for seeing it from proper distance. Exactly same way, don't go very near to the world. Don't go far off of the world. Live in this world with a proper distance. What is a proper distance? Dekho suno bolo hai. Then enjoy this world. With this, we have seen the first topic, that is Chitta Sedve Bijo. We'll see tomorrow. The second topic is Earth Samvedanam. absence of knowing or experiencing. With this prayers, Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Submitting the divine fruits, the holy fruits of Sri Ramachandra